Hello everybody, welcome to Retro Race Nights episode 8. I've got AK here on the horn with me.
Yo, what's up, Ant and everybody? Good to be back again for another episode of Retro Race Night.
Oh yeah, I'm Anthole. I guess I forgot to say that. Alright, we got a exciting night of adventures here tonight. While we're waiting for our players to set up, let's go ahead and check in on that scoreboard.
We're working on having some stingers and stuff for next season.
Yeah, so in first place we got Rayo, who's playing tonight, 7,600 points. Second place we got Toad, 6,700 points, so just about 900 points between them. Pretty good, pretty good.
Both of them really killing it out there.
Yeah. Third place is Enemy, who I don't think is participating tonight. He has not checked in. Then we got OJ Machine in fourth place. They are here. Concakes in fifth place with 3,000 points. He is not participating tonight, unfortunately, but that's all right. We got Kavik, who's actually in fifth place with 3,100 points. I forgot to swap him. Oh well. And then we got Fede.
Underdog Kavik there.
Yeah, all right. We got Fede, Evo, E-Bloody Candy, Infinite Mystery, and CVG. Evo and all four of them are out of town this week as well. So smaller crew than normal, but still a great amount of racers. Should be a fun night.
And AK and Ant Hole are out of town this week, but we got some people to fill in for them. They'll do all right.
I think I've been the only one here for every episode. Maybe no, Toad and Kavik too.
Yeah.
And I think
I was in chat for that one I missed.
That's true.
That still count. I still popped.
That counts. We'll give it to you.
Tried to make sure I still showed my support.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get started. I think everyone's here that's going to be here. Oh, Fede's here. Okay, we got one more, so that's great. All right, but let's get right into it. We'll pull up that raffle program. Looking good. We added a couple more games this week. On the wheel that is new this week, we got Snow Bros back in action.
All right.
We got. Oh, I did it again. I'm gonna get in trouble. Okay, no one saw it. We've got SimCity highest population. We've got Super Punch-Out back on the wheel. We got Super Mario All-Stars added to the wheel.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah, it's going to be Beat World 1 in each game with no warps.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's a cool goal.
Yeah. For the Genesis and Master System this week, we got 3 brand new games because we actually played all the Sega games that we had selected. So this week we got Demolition Man, which is in our Sega Ring of Champions next month. So a little preview of that. We're going to have Beat the Museum, which is like 2 stages. It is not an easy game, I will tell you that, ladies and gentlemen. As the person who play tested that one, not easy. We got Bubble and Squeak, which is a puzzle platformer. That's going to be an interesting goal. Excited to see what our players do with that. Then we got Tom Mason's Dinosaurs for Hire.
That's all right.
It is an amazing game if you haven't seen it.
I have not.
Oh, you're in for a treat.
The title alone.
All right, so let's go ahead and roll it. Let's see what we get. First game of the night. Rolling.
Raffle wheel rolling.
Blazing Lasers for the TurboGrafx 16. We got a score attack. 10 minutes. I'm gonna go make the room. So it's all official like. We'll get started pretty soon. You familiar with this game at all?
No, I've never heard of it, but excited to check it out. What kind of game is it?
This is a shmup, I believe.
Oh, okay.
It's recommended
Good
to
to have
us
everybody
by.
here.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. I was just gonna say, good to have everybody here again for Retro Race Night. Polly's out there. Rayo's here, but they're playing as well. Empty Eye and Goblins back. And, of course, a whole bunch out there lurking. Thank you again for being back out there for another episode of Retro Race.
Alright, so this is a shmup. Vertical shoot 'em up. Just in time for Shmup-tember, which we did just open submissions for. We already have a ton of submissions for that. Very excited about that.
Get in there.
Absolutely. If I can get this to play. Should be able to. Maybe. There you go. Yeah. Alright, we'll play that real quick. Shmup-tember coming out. Marathon will be in late September. It'll be the weekend of September 22nd through 24th. If you'd like to submit, you can do so until the 25th of this month. More information on that available there in chat. Yeah, White Hat's been killing it in the shmups this summer. Alright.
The Shmummer.
Shmummer. Summer of Shmups, he called it. Shmummer's pretty good too, though. I forgot Toad's TurboGrafx was having trouble. He might not be able to join this race.
I'm trying to figure out why I don't have any sound from you.
Oh. There's not any sound right now, so that's
okay,
probably
maybe
why.
that's why. All right,
Yeah.
all right. That'll do it.
That'll do it. Alright, I'm gonna do a little quick adjustment here. I know this should be clean. Maybe. There we go. You should hear something now.
Yep, got a little bit of something. There we go. Some Tom's action. Doop, 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 doop. There we go.
I'm just waiting for our players to get finished setting up. How are you at shmups?
I'm not terrible, but I'm okay. I'll say I'm okay.
Yeah.
They're fun. I just haven't really delved into a lot of them,
Mm-hmm.
I definitely think they can be enjoyable. Not all of them, but some of them are definitely good.
Sorry, I thought somebody locked up my door. Guess not. Yeah. I'm just waiting for a couple more runners to get ready. Alright. Looks like all of them are ready. 1, 2, 3. Alright, let's get this started.
Let's go. Blazing Laser for the TurboGrafx 16 first game of the night here. Episode 8. Retro Race Night, a 10-week-long season.
Yeah, almost done.
Blaze them lasers.
Time went by so fast.
It did. It can be cooler if you believe hard enough.
Alright, believe we are off. So those are your typical shmup. A lot of, space elements, robots. It's from Hudson Soft, so great music. But it's TurboGrafx, so of course it has great music. So you can pick up little icons like that to bring up, options and different
It looks like
weapons and
OJ
things.
Machines had a little orbit at first, and now he's got a pink barrier shield. Everybody, 3 out of 4 players now having a barrier.
Yeah. The first stage of this is pretty straightforward, not a lot of danger. Really, it was more up in like the third stage where things start to get a little beefy. But when you're playing a shmup, it's always good to have that first stage kind of ease you into things so you can learn the mechanics of all the weapons and things if you've never played it.
Definitely. Because some, just like in Contra, I mean, for instance, you don't want to get the F, so some upgrades can actually be a negative. So when you play it for the first time, it's good to learn what's working for you and what's not.
Yeah. And then they throw it the completely opposite way with Super C, where you do want to get the F.
Right. Very strong weapon in Super C.
Yeah.
You
Right.
see E Bloody Candy there has the clone. I'm sure when you get to a boss with that, you're going to want to stack it up to get that double fire going.
Yeah, I think you can
Not sure how effective, sorry, Ant, not sure how effective OJ Machine's sub-weapon is or whatever that is going on there.
Yeah, it's a little funky.
Yeah.
But it does seem to be effective because he's got the highest score at 52,000 and 54,000 now. We'll go ahead and move him up there while we check in on a couple of our other runners.
This is the goal here is the score attack?
Yep, this is a score attack, so the highest score in 10 minutes.
Oh, music fade out. You know what that means, chats? It's boss time.
Having some trouble with Cheese. We'll check in on him in a minute.
He did pop into our channel for a second, like he wanted to say something, but you were talking and to the chat already, so he might not have wanted to jump in, but maybe he's having some issue or something.
Oh, sorry about that.
Oh, maybe somebody is at the door. Now Toad has the crazy gun here. It's got a different pattern, or at least I did. Now it's the same pattern OJ Machine has. Maybe it's how quick you mash it or something. Now he's got some green laser beam that's doesn't have the width to it, but it is covering. Oh, what is it doing now? Wow, some weird stuff going on with these weapons. But that obliterated this boss or sub-boss.
Yeah. Oh, lost Kavic's audio. My apologies. Trying to get other audio up for you. Wow, it's a lot quieter.
Okay, I know it's extra points, but
and
just
we got
go away,
people's
please.
voices. Let's not do that. Whoops. Sorry about that, folks.
We'll find clean audio soon enough.
There we go.
There we go.
All right. Oh, Kavic taking a death there. Lost all his upgrades, but that's all right. Still got a pretty good score at 80, 90, 100,000. Got an extra life as well.
Now, the weapon IM has very high rate of fire, but it's all over the place. I don't know if he's the one spraying it like that or if that's just how it does.
That is a sporadic weapon, my goodness.
Yeah.
It shoots behind you, it shoots to the side. Oh, he changed his mind. So enough of that nonsense.
Yeah. I don't think I'd like that one very much.
No, too much. We're at the
I've got
5-minute
4
mark.
beams.
So this game went pretty fast, all things considered.
Kavik had 132,000. OJ Machine had 147,000 in first place, I believe.
Yeah.
Toad in second right now with 140. Nope. Toad just got a bunch of points, so Toad now in first. Oh, but OJ also getting a bunch.
And so did Kavic. He's at 182.
So it goes OJ Machine, Kavik, then Toad now after all those boss points were given out.
We'll swap them around. We'll try to keep on top of that. And Toad just pulled ahead. And he still has a boss fight to do here on this
There we
first
go. We got
stage.
Cheese up there this time.
Yeah.
Cheese got 138,000 points. Not doing too bad.
Not too bad. He's familiar with the. Ooh. I think that's a game over. Oh no, he's all right.
No, he's still got. I think the arrows are lives, like the fast forward.
Yeah, I think so.
Multi-bots.
They got that. Boss, yep, he just leapt to the lead with 240,000 points.
Yeah.
We'll do a little switcheroo there. Check in on some of our other runners. Rayo, also in the 200,000s. So he's pretty close behind with 3 minutes and 26 seconds remaining. He is actually now ahead of Kavik, but just barely. And since Kavik's got the clean audio, we're going to stick with him for now.
Yeah.
He's checking on Fede.
Kavik doing all right, but seems to have the basic weapon. No upgrades here for Kavik there, because he finally gets one. Just a pretty straightforward laser there.
Everyone seems to be doing really well. Fede's in the 220,000s. Toad's about 270,000 with 3 lives to go. Let's check in on EBC. EBC 180,000.
Yeah, the toothpaste lasers, as Polly put it, seem to be doing pretty well.
Yeah, everyone seems to be enjoying them, except I am. He decided to go back to the Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. He got the missiles. Okay.
Yeah, he had it for a second. I saw it down there.
Oh.
Oh, I am taking a death there.
So it's got almost 300,000 points.
Yeah, Toad's got a good lead here with I believe a couple minutes left, and then OJ Machine and Kavik are not too far from each other for the race for second, with OJ Machine having a 10,000 point lead there.
Checking on Rayo, he was pretty close to the pack. Looks like J Machine is on a boss. Rayo's on that same boss.
Rayo's on the same boss with a little bit more points than Kavik, but taking a death there, I believe.
Yeah.
She's gonna get set back. I don't know how far that puts you away from the boss.
Looks like he and Toad and Kavik are all in the same area with the red rigging.
Oh, maybe that you killed the boss though.
Yeah. That would put them tremendously ahead. I have not seen either of them dying quite a bit, so they are both excellent
There's
shmups.
the OJ Machine getting the
Oh!
300,000.
Nice, OJ.
Taking out that boss there.
Oh, it's going to be so tight between Rayo and Kavik here.
OJ Machine and Toad basically on the same screen now, I believe, like in the same area. Nope, I'm incorrect. Toad is a little further back on the mini boss.
Toad and
I think
Kavik are on
OJ
the...
Machine getting to the later parts of the stages.
If Kavik can kill this boss... Oh, took a death. That's going to cost him. That might cost him third place.
I think that's what killed Rayo earlier, that laser there.
10 seconds left. All right, and that's going to do it. So we're going to check in on everyone's scores as they report.
And on the screen right now, it looks like it should be Toad, OJ Machine, Rayo, I believe, but...
Yeah. We're going to check in on a couple of the others
official
as
reporting.
well.
If you're new out there, guys, each goal that we do, each game, each each goal that we do. People will get the first place runner will get 500 points. Second place will get 300, and third place will get 100 points.
Oh my goodness, we have an upset. E Bloody Candy coming in with 357,870 points.
Oh wow!
He'll take first place. We got Toad with 357,300 points. And then we got Rayo with 301,450 points. Oh, sorry. This just in. Fede, 302,190 points.
Oh, wow, Fede's sneaking in as well.
Yep, so we'll go ahead and update those scores.
That was a fun game. I might have to check that one out at some point. It looked pretty fun there.
Yeah, that's a good one. All right. With that, we got
me toothpaste. Give me toothpaste lasers.
delicious toothpaste. So with that, we got our score reporting now. E Bloody Candy first place, 500 points. Toad second place with 300 points, and Fede with 100 points. Well done. Let's go ahead and get that next game up.
Let's roll it, baby.
That was Blazing Lasers.
For the turbo graphics.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. Rolling the wheel. Keep things moving.
Let's see what we got. Come on. Super Punch Out.
Bonk's Revenge. Turbo Graphics Love.
Oh, didn't we do that one last week? Or that was Bonk 3 or something?
Bonk 3.
Okay.
I think. Let me make sure.
I believe it was.
Let me make sure. Yeah, we have Bonk's Revenge.
Okay.
OJ was third?
Just checking.
Oh, yeah. OJ was third.
OJ Machine taking third. Thank you, Rayo, and the rest of the runners.
Yes.
Keeping us on point here.
Keeping us honest here. I misread OJ's.
Making sure we're on our P's and Q's here.
Yes. So OJ gets that 100. Next season we'll be changing up the scoring a little bit, but more details on that in a moment.
But I'll tell you what will make it even better and easier. If more people join, we can do more things. So if you're out there watching and you can take part in this, do so. It'd be great to have you.
Let me make sure before I have our people start this that this is the right game. I don't want to have a repeat. We don't want to have a repeat, chat.
No repeats.
Yeah, Bonk 3 was Bonk's Big Adventure. This is Bonk's Revenge. Okay.
I mean, we can definitely put bad dudes on the list. You know, it just has to. If it rolls, it rolls. If it don't, it don't.
Yeah.
But you know, ideally, if we had a big group of, let's say, just randomly 30 people or so, then you'd actually could play toward a playoffs where it would work right. But it's kind of hard to do that with a lesser group of people, amount of people that is. But we still got an exciting setup here with the people that we do have. We just envision going down the road that we do have more people in. It would be great.
Absolutely. All right. Have you done any of the TurboGrafx games?
No, I have not.
Very interesting.
I've only ever played Rondo of Blood, I believe, on the TurboGrafx.
Oh yeah, you said that the other day.
Yeah. Well, no, that's on MAME, and what is Neo Turf Masters for? It's arcade, MAME.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then yes, Rondo of Blood.
All right. So tonight's goal for Bonk is playing on intermediate and beating 2 stages. So if you play on practice, you only get 1 stage. Intermediate has 4 stages, and then in order to beat the whole game completely, you have to play on expert mode. But our players will be playing on intermediate tonight, doing 2 stages. So let's go ahead.
Holly says I would watch 24 hours of Neo Turf Masters. Don't dare me with a good time.
We should do the RGL monthly 24-hour challenge. Just one game like the old Marble Madness, Oregon Trail.
Yeah.
Just whoever makes it the longest will get a great prize. Like 2,400,000 Kong bucks.
Oh yeah. Just as valuable as bison dollars.
Twice the value of bison dollars now.
Oh.
Bison dollars also worth nothing. Oh dear.
Hey, 24 hours of straight Marble Madness has been done in the history of RGL TV. So.
Yeah.
Who was that? You, Enemy, and Toad?
Yep.
Yeah.
We already did that.
Crazy. Playing one game for 24 hours is insane.
Yeah.
It's insane enough to just do a 24-hour marathon, but to make it one game, like that's really crazy.
What else tagged me?
That was 7 years ago. We were all younger and dumber.
And able to, stay awake for more than 16 hours a day.
we weren't 40 yet, so.
Ugh. All right, I think our racers are ready, so just waiting on one more to ready up. This was submitted to us by Lat Mackey, host of the Sequence Break podcast that records live here on RGL TV. He's a really renowned TurboGrafx speedrunner, and we're grateful for him to submit these game goals for us so we can broaden the playing field a little bit. All right, everyone is ready. We're going to get this started.
He knows Matt Lackey.
He might. You never see them in the same place.
You never see those two in the same. You ever thought about that?
I've never thought about that.
Oh, that's silly.
This is a first to finish goal, so there will be no timer. First three finishers will get the points.
It's like he just wears black frame glasses when he's Matt Lackey versus Matt Lackey.
when he's Matt Lackey, he also wears the black frame glasses.
Yeah.
Oh, this game's a little bit louder than Blazing Lasers was.
Yeah, some games you gotta watch out. They'll sneak up on you. Like for some reason, when I do play TurboGrafx and it's Rondo of Blood, Rondo's really quiet. I have to turn it way up compared to everything else I do.
Fascinating.
It's a pretty looking game here.
Very bright, vibrant, and
very, very bright.
And just like before, great sprite work.
Great spite.
This
is a game made out of spite. The people that worked on this game originally were working on Rainbow Island and they got fired, and then so they made this game out of spite.
Yep.
So great spite here.
Mm-hmm. Nope, we can't do OJ's audio. We had that mistake before. There we go. We can do IMs. All right. So Bonk is basically the Mario and the Sonic of the TurboGrafx.
Oh, okay.
He was their mascot.
The poster boy.
The poster boy. Poster cave guy. All right.
Sorry, I was laughing at the quote-unquote OJ's audio. You can make your own joke on that.
Oh.
Like, yeah, that's not a good thing. We don't.
OJ's never played this game before, but if he did it,
he would probably have the world record.
Yeah.
It'd be Be a controller on the floor at the door and stuff.
If the plug don't fit, you must quit.
If the RFU don't adapt.
Toad and OJ both on this derpy looking little dinosaur with a kid wearing a paper bag over his head.
Now, if I remember correctly, in the other Bonks game, IM was doing pretty well. In this one, though, he seems to be struggling a little bit.
He's struggling, but he's still way ahead
He's
of
not
everyone.
taking, yeah, but he's not taking damage from that fire. Maybe he knows that he can just walk in there and no big deal.
Yeah. Oh, and he seems to be playing on the J version. I don't know how much.
Anybody plays on the J version of a game, you gotta look out.
You know that's serious business.
They mean business. They got the J version ready to go. Like
they got no time for
extra words.
Extra words. What do you mean Dr. Light says 3 things more? We can't waste time with that. Think of the frames. I'm happy to skip that Dr. Light text. It takes forever in Mega Man 2.
It does. I like to make a joke that he's just having a kind of, oh, Mega Man, you know, that a grilled cheese sandwich and, you know, like, it's whatever. I was raking the leaves the other day. Anyway, here's your weapon.
He actually created all the bad robots and paid Wily.
Yeah.
He's just very lonely.
Right.
Why won't my son talk to me anymore?
He just takes these weapons and leave. Oh well, maybe Flash Man will talk to me.
Alright, I am going down the skull elevator. We saw that in Bonk 3, but I have a feeling it made an appearance here before. It looks like I am's on a little boss fight here. Maybe. I think he has to just avoid the lava, and then we got this turtle. Oh my goodness, look at that. That is one goofy looking turtle.
Why has it got ears or whatever? Like?
We got male pattern baldness on a turtle.
This is the MPB turtle.
Like, come on, we know he's old, he's a turtle. We don't need him to have hair growing out of his ears.
Looks like he's from the Dragon's Lair animator.
I am defeated. Is he gonna take the bonus? No, that's slow. Don't go to the bonus stage.
Male pattern baldness turtle by Mega Man XOC.
They're really scraping the bottom of the barrel for ideas now.
You know, like when you pick them and they pop up, he'd be like, da-da-da-da-da, male pattern bonus turtle, and it'd be like pulling like a coupon out of his wallet for like a free tire or something.
Writing a check for 86 cents.
Gotta get this half gallon of milk or whatever.
Got arthritis alligator.
Yeah.
All the memorable ones from
AARP platypus.
He kills you with his savings.
Liberty Mutual marsupial. It's like a kangaroo. Meanwhile, in Bonk's adventure.
Yeah. Back to the game at hand. I'm just trying to think of other Mega Man 8 bosses. Some reason Boomer Coenger's back.
Boomer Coenger. He just tells you to turn your radio down. Too loud.
Alright, is just flying through this upward vertical section.
Coomer.
Oh no.
No.
It's not that after dark.
It's not quite at midnight yet.
I am on next part. We got Cheese and Toad on that upward vertical section. Let's check in on a couple of our other racers, see where they're at. EBC also on that upward vertical section. Actually, really close to where Toad is. Oh, and Gavic's there too. Alright. Check in on Radio and Fede. Rayo is on the Cloud Ruins where IM is at now, so it looks like he might be in second place. Meanwhile,
I was thinking that AARP, excuse me, I was thinking AARP man just throws mothballs at you.
I was on some website, and they were like, "You don't have to be old to have AARP." I was like, "Wait, what?"
Yes,
And turns out, no, I signed up. You could get it at age 18, as it turns out.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, I like savings.
All right.
Why
And
not?
secretly got AA with a very tiny third A next to it, RP. He's like, I got AAR. No, you got AARP. The one you don't have to be old for.
The special
Age
one.
18 with the family plan. Yo,
Yeah.
3-2 with the raid. Thanks, man. Welcome.
Awesome. Thank you, 3-2. Another underground section for IM. I think these transfer you to the boss fights. Yep, we got this big, fucked up looking owl.
Yeah, that thing looks cool, though. It looks like something from Binding of Isaac almost.
Yeah. Ooh, I am taking a lot of damage.
Are those spikes in the boss arena there?
Yes, they are.
Never enjoy that.
No. Oh, IM took a death. I think. Did he beat the boss? No
He beat
way.
it.
He did it.
Yeah, GG.
Wow. Clutched it out. GG to IM. He gets
Round
first
3
place
start,
on that.
so that's the goal, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in my research that I've been doing for my goals, which I do have a list. I know Ant's probably like, you ain't putting no goal. I got a big list. Trust me. A lot of them end on.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
A lot of them, the goals seem to go to level 2, stage 2, or whatever. But you know, it's just what seems fair for a lot of them, and it's a good length. So
Yeah, it's a good, like, neutral spot. You know, like, first stage is usually too short, but then most games really pick up the difficulty around stage 3. And so that's a little less fair to some of our blind players. Looks like Rayo finished second. Sorry to interrupt.
You're good. I was gonna say I have Renegade on my list. I was doing research for it, and I just feel like I put beat level 2 because like when you go to level 3, it's got the 2 pads you can start going and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it just seemed like a lot of. I felt like I was being redundant, but I'm like, it's not really. But I was just like, beat level 2, beat level 2.
All right, Toad's going down to the boss now. Let's see how Toad does. There it is. Congratulations to Rayo.
Yeah, GG.
Oh, shoot.
I
Sorry
am
about
taking
that.
first. Rayo taking second. Now we're trying to see if Toad can take home third
Can we
here.
get Toad on? Thank you, Ant.
Our production staff is working hard right now as we speak. Do their best to bring you this.
All right, there we go.
Toad does complete the boss. Gonna take home third right here in the Bonk's Adventure goal.
Well done.
Yeah, GG Toad.
Fede taking fourth, getting it in just as we close the room. Sorry about that, Fede.
No, what?
Cheese Viking Games and EBC also finishing. Well done to them.
Yeah.
Kavik just getting down to the boss pit, but unfortunately we only score for the top 3 players, which tonight is going to be Infinite Mystery, Rayo, and Toad. Well done to our runners.
He says these jumps, golly, were they tough cheese? We were cutting up quite a bit during that one. Sorry.
Yeah, we got a little sidetracked.
AARP man.
Male pattern baldness turtle.
Yeah, male pattern baldness.
You can't ignore these things.
AARP platypus, and, Liberty Mutual marsupial.
So again, in first place, Infinite Mystery crushing everyone. 500 points to him. In second place, we have Rayo, our #1 leader so far this season with 300 points. And Toad, 100 points to him, bringing him to 400 on the night. Doing amazing. We got 2 players with 500 each, EBC and IM. So nice little spread out so far.
Definitely. I was laughing at Social Security Salamander.
Oh no. All right.
He's running out of fuel though, guys.
Just wait it out.
Just wait it out. Yeah. It's in there, we promise. It's good.
Oh, we got Adventures of Lolo 3. Rayo. This is Rayo's game, so this will be.
Yeah, he's been asking for it in chat for like weeks, so there you go. Never played any other Lolo games. I don't know what they are, but as with any other ones I haven't played, I'm always excited to see them here and see what they are, though. And I'm always taking a look at it. Like that one right there, Bonk's Adventure. That seems like something I could play and enjoy, honestly.
Yeah.
So I'm always keeping an eye out for potential things to play for the ones that I didn't put on the list that I've never played before. So
this is a puzzle game.
Oh, AK's out.
Said the magic word there, puzzle.
Puzzle.
AK says, I'm done. Rayo actually has world record in this, so it should be
nice.
Pretty easy points for him. Well, you never want to say easy, but you know, he's the most knowledgeable about this game for sure.
You gotta like start 2 minutes late or something.
Yeah.
I'm joking, but still.
Joking, but not really.
Not really.
You have to play blindfolded, Rayo.
Put your pet on your face or something and try to beat it.
We don't make the rules here. We just have to abide.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
All right, looks like all our runners are ready. It's amazing how fast things go when you make sure that everyone has the right games.
Yeah, when you give out the right stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, imagine that.
I had a slight idea too. What if we pre-rolled the first game to go ahead and have the runners ready when we get ready?
Maybe we'll do it like Double Dare next season, where we'll, instead of a cold open, we open with the race, starting right away.
Might as well, that'd be dope.
Yeah, we'll figure things out. It'd be great.
Yeah, we're working on it, chat. We're working on it.
That being said, race is starting. This is a first to finish goal, so whoever gets second and third, congratulations, Rayo, for beating 3 levels. All right, and they are off.
Good luck, everybody, for second and third place.
Toad went straight to level 1. Rayo went straight to level 1. I think Toad knows a little bit about this game.
Yeah, Toad, if you're watching Toad compared to what Rayo's doing, Toad knows what he's doing here, so.
Yeah. Now, Toad has played pretty much every single game on the NES, so he knows right. His way around a Lolo or two. But it's a very simple game. If you ever played like Goof Troop, it's kind of similar to that on the Super Nintendo. You push things to block. You try to avoid damage from enemies. You have to get things just right. Picking up the right items. You want to pick up all those little heart icons in order to open the door and clear the screen of enemies when you get the chest.
This looks like something Yogi would play.
Oh yeah, Yogi loves his puzzle games. Alright, Rayo finishing area 1. On to level 2 for Rayo. There's only 3 very short stages in level 1, so check in on a couple of our other runners while we keep Toad and Rayo at the top. Fede just clearing out the second area, so he'll be moving on to the third. G's pushing around, also moving on to the same area as Fede. Seems to have been either frozen or he's just kind of looking things over. Toad beats that first area, moving on. He'll go to the second little volcano there in the top right corner.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta take your surroundings in, you know?
Yeah. Absolutely, especially in a puzzle game.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes just, you know, if you don't have your bearings in a puzzle game and you're just pushing things, well, you could be making it worse for yourself.
Yep. I see Fede needs to be careful because he doesn't want to get shot. So he's got to block that little statue. Let's actually do a quick zoom in on just Fede here so we can explain the mechanics a little bit. If you saw that that little gray statue there, the bust, if you are close enough to it, I think it's within 3 or 4 squares, it will shoot you and you will die and you have to restart the room. So, and then you got to push that green block to block the firing. When you pick up the hearts, you can transform some enemies into little balls that you can push in front of the busts. It's all very intricate, very interesting. And it's a fun little puzzle game, but definitely one that you kind of have to know what you're doing to go fast in. You can see Toad here on room 3 of level 2. Rayo already on level 3. He's on room 2. EBC finishing off that first area and moving on to level 2, which is where Kavik is now. He's kind of investigating what his surroundings are.
And, with insanity-inducing songs, I'll say this one's not the worst. Like, I always try to imagine, like, thank you, so-and-so song, like this song being played on repeat with you in a dark room, and it's just very loud. Like, this would drive you insane. But out of all those types of songs, this one's not the worst. It's not a bad little tune.
Not too bad.
No.
Alright. Toad pushed those skulls to block, or push the items in front of the skulls to block them. That's the trick to this one. You see Toad and Kavik were both on that screen. So it's really just about, figuring out where everything is. Kavik did it a little bit different, which is fine. I actually prefer puzzle games that have multiple solutions. I think that's a much cleverer way of building a puzzle game.
Yeah, instead of just this one solution and this one way of achieving it.
Yep.
Yeah, cooler. Yeah. It's like a lizard in the box. You're a little lizard in the box there, Cooler. It's going to pop out eventually.
Alright, Kavik got that little pink alien guy trapped in a corner. Wants nothing to do with it.
Can we get Kavik on single screen so I can get that a little larger? Try to see that sprite.
Okay. Oh, single screen. Single screen. There we go.
Yeah. Oh, well, it's all good. I was trying to see what it was, but it's all good.
Yep. Well, Kavik will be moving on to Area 3. I guess he didn't finish Area 1. Oh, okay. Didn't realize that Kavik did Area 2 first.
Yeah. Well, if it lets you go, I mean.
Yeah.
Just like when he played Belmont's Revenge, he was like the only one that didn't go to the first level. I have freedom of choice.
I think Rayo finished the goal. He's completed 3 areas. Is he still going?
Probably. Why not?
Oh no, he's still on level 3. I made an error. He's on level 3, room 6. Definitely knows what he's doing. You can see his pathing is very well thought out.
MTI says level 3 is up and down the tower.
Right. And here you have to be a little careful. It's easy to push the wrong thing on these side spots with the 3 hearts that you gotta get in those rooms. So you gotta be real careful about that.
We're gonna use this week's Mute It, because this song's getting a little not crank it, or this Mute It no.
What's that? Crank it? You got it.
Crank it, no. It's really not a bad song, though.
No, it's just...
It's just like 10
Sure.
seconds long.
Yeah, too short of a loop and no variation.
Yeah.
Toad
Not
on...
this week's official crank it moment, though. Just
no,
saying.
no.
That was a funny bit, though.
That's the one thing, like,
gonna-
when you get those good songs, you want to not play them out too much, you know what I mean? Like, you can't always be doing the same song. Like, it's a good song, but
Yeah.
you get sick of it.
You made 4 bars, and you think that's good. You know, even though it's a good 4 bars, like, you just can't keep going over, you know.
Even Iron Man has some changes, you know.
A couple, but still, it's still a couple.
Yeah. Alright, Kavik now moving to Area 3. Let's check in on some of our other runners. Where Cheese is. Cheese Viking game in the bottom right now. He is in level room 1, room 5. He's struggling a little bit with this puzzle, but that's alright. Gonna check in on Fede.
Level 3, level 3, level 1 for Fede.
Yep, he and Cheese are in that same room, struggling a little bit. Let's check in.
Well, I'd be
OJ.
right there with them, so, you know, do your thing, fellas.
AK's still looking for the start button on this one.
Yeah. What's this broccoli do? Can I move it?
Alright, I think Rayo's about to finish, so let's tune in on him. You
Oh,
see
there's the pink sprite.
Yep.
It's like a lizard or something, dragonish thing.
There he goes, very well done. Area 3 done. Rayo takes first place on Lolo. Congratulations to him.
Gonna score high on the board, taking first place in Lolo.
That'll be 500 points. Let's go check in on our other runners. There's that music back, AK. Don't recognize that instrument in this. My goodness. I don't know if Cheese knows that you can, when you pick up those hearts, you can capture the enemies in an egg. or some sort of shell apparatus. Maybe it's like an M&M. We're not really sure, but that's the trick here, is walking up to the little gray guy and putting a bubble around him and pushing him around.
You know, just how it works in real life.
Yeah, this is gonna be something that might bite me later, because there were a couple of games that I played today that the mechanics were not super intuitive, but I still figured it out, and that's when I was like, all right, I'll stop like 2 stages earlier so that everyone else can figure things out.
See how it goes. I've been playing ones like, you know, I've been trying to play things that I've never played before or heard of, you know, even on the NES and SNES, and you know, I've been playing Japanese games, even some PAL games and stuff, and there's some just crazy things out there.
Oh yeah.
There's some stuff very difficult, from very, very difficult to just very weird, all kinds of mess out there.
Toad pushed away one of his bubble guys. I hope that doesn't come and bite him later. Just gotta get that top. Oh, yeah, he opted to restart, which is fine. It's definitely not a easy game, but again, you know, we went to, rather than just stage 2, which would have been way too short, most of our players would be finished by now. Decided to go to beat 3 stages to just offer up a little extra challenge. We'll see where our top 3 runners end up.
What'd you say? The song has hypnotized me. All I hear now is
That's all there is, AK.
all there ever was. So say we all.
Not sure what Toad's doing here. Guess he was afraid of that one, but he should have been out of range. Now look at those little cute snakes dancing. Toad on room 5, Kavik on room 2, EBC on level 2, Fede also on level 2. Let's check in on Cheese. Well, let's check in on IM first. We haven't checked in on him in a minute.
You can never count IM out. Very versed in a lot of these games. Just played so many games, you never know what he knows and what he doesn't know.
Very accurate. Alright, I am on level 2, first room. You can see there on the very bottom right, that little icon shows you how many bubbles you can make. So, you know, every time you pick up a heart, it lets you pick up a bubble. But if you pick up all the hearts, the chest opens. So you gotta be... Or not every time you pick up a heart. Try and maybe Rayo. Because now, I guess it's specific hearts will open up the bubble option. So, like here, you want to grab those for 2 hearts on EBC screen. Let's see if we can do a quick zoom in on EBC. Give a little reprieve from the music. We'll turn up the background music here.
I do like the little skull sprites there.
Yeah. But if you pick up those 2 there, you can block those skulls in. But if you once you pick up all 4, the skulls start moving. And what you want to try to do is block the skulls with the other creatures there. So you want to push like the pink little dinosaur and the little green dancing worms. You can technically do it. I saw Kavik doing it by grabbing the blocking off the top 2 skulls there, and then just outrunning the skulls as they chased him. But Toad and Rayo blocked off all 4. and prevented the skulls from really chasing him too much.
Yeah, EBC's just trying to do it with 2.
Oh, there he goes. He
Got it.
All right. Go back to that 4. Bring up that audio again that everyone loves. Welcome, AK.
Give a rinky dinky dink. Can we just get Peter Griffin singing this? That'd make it better at least.
I don't know about all that. Oh no. Let's try and get the heart down there. Havoc's got 10 bubbles that he can use. We saw Toad do that room a little bit earlier. They are neck and neck for second place. Let's check in on our other runners. Alright, Toad figured out that room. He's going over the Rainbow Bridge to the other tower.
Oh, EBC almost making it to the chest, but then getting shot from the pink guy at the bottom of the screen. That had to be frustrating. Had made it all the way over to the island with the chest, and then got shot by the guy at the bottom there. I don't know. I'm not sure if EBC knows he can use the. Oh, there he goes, using the green guys there.
There you
There
go.
you go.
Figured it out. Beating level 2, he'll be moving on.
Rayo in chat said, I'd say make 3-5 the end. I don't know what the goal is.
Goal is 3-10, which Rayo did. Our runners can figure it out, I think, but...
They'll get it.
Yep. Oh.
You're not the master of low, Rayo. You might be good at it, but we run the show. No, I'm kidding. There is no production team, it's just us, chaps. Some 1920s kid on the corner now. Extra, read all about it. RGL doesn't have a production team, it's really just them. The pink guy's name is Don Medusa, not to be confused with Medusa, which is the gray static one.
Oh,
Okay.
alright.
Don Medusa.
Good to know.
Don Medusa, I come to you on the day of your daughter's wedding.
It's some loop, huh?
Some loop, huh? So you wouldn't happen to have any ammunition on you, would you? do. Toad, is Toad finished?
Well, yeah, I think we're gonna let our runners finish 3-5 as the goal.
Yeah.
Looks like there's a little bit of chat conferring, and some of the puzzles on the latter half of the tower are a little bit challenging. So Radio suggested 3-5. Since it was his game he suggested, we'll go with his goal suggestion as well. Thank you, Radio.
Yeah, thank you very much. And GG taking home the 500 points.
Oh, sure.
Oh, don't worry. You'll get a little bit of difficulty when I put in my new slew of games I've been working on.
You want to talk challenging? Wait till the playoffs come up.
We're taking the training wheels off.
The winner of the challenge or of the season 1 finale will be getting 500 Kong bucks.
Hungary-doos. Sponsored by Mike Tomlin. It's a joke for 3 people to get, but it's worth it.
All right. Checking on some of our other runners here. We got Kavik in 3-5. We got EBC 3-2. Got Fede also in 3-2. Cheese in 2-2. Check in on Infinite Mystery real quick. See where they're at. IM is on 2-1. Decided to play as Red Lolo. Only one who did that.
And this song takes us to this week's sponsor for Raycon. When you don't want to hear this song, choose Raycon and play anything else on your earbuds. Raycon.
Not all of us have that luxury,
That's the truth. I got on headphones, so.
We'll go ahead and spare chat that loop as well, and we'll switch over to some different music. And it's just for you, chat, I promise. That's a long loop. Not a long loop, but you know, like,
yeah.
Why'd they only do
it for a while?
Why they only do one song? What are they thinking?
For all the levels. There's other levels. You could put another song here.
Like Solomon's Key. Like we have 500 puzzle rooms that you need to figure out. That's fine. You could have given me 402 songs. Like
you use code LOLO3. Save 20% off.
Yeah, when I said it 3-2, I thought I was like, could phrase that a little bit better.
Code on to 2-3 now, or 3-2. Is on 3-2 now. 3-2 is like, wait, what?
How could this be?
I didn't know.
Kavik has one more of the little hearts to get. I had to restart. Not sure what happened there. EBC on room level 3, room 2. Fede level 3, room 3, so he's right behind.
Fede right there.
Yep.
Close to OJ Machine.
Yep. OJ Machine and Kavik on the same stage, 3-5. That's our final goal. Let's swap to them. Let's do a side by side of them real quick.
2-player versus Kavik and OJ Machine. Kavik on the left, OJ Machine on the right, on the same stage, the last stage here of the goal. Which player finishes first will take home 3rd place finish here.
Kavik has been on this one for a little bit longer, so he might have a little bit of an edge there. That being said, this has not been an easy room.
No, There seems to be a lot going on in this room compared to some other ones we've seen.
Digging through that sand. Oh, he got the skull turned into a ball. I think this is Kavak's to lose.
Chest is open. Kavak's got it. Kavak's done. GG to Kavak taking home 3rd place here in Lolo 3.
GG to Kavak. A lengthier goal, but 3 players did finish, so we're going to move on to our next game. Let's bring up that score.
Just a heads up for you and your groceries, man.
Yeah. I'm keeping an eye on the time. Alright, in first place we have Rayo with 500 points. Second place, Toad with 300 points. Only a 100-point difference between them tonight. And in third place, we got Kavak with 100 points. Let's go ahead and move on to that next game. Get things continuing to roll here.
See what we get.
What you got for us, Raffle Machine? You so cool, sometimes too mean.
Sometimes just right.
Just right. Alien Crush. Why is the L capitalized? Get that out of here. It's too late
Alien
now.
Crush.
It's Al Borland's Alien Crush.
I don't think so, Tim.
I'm gonna make the race room real quick. This is a score attack, so it'll be 10 minutes. Get our players. We had 3 TurboGrafx games pulled tonight. My goodness, I'm gonna have to go either ask Lat Mackey or Matt Lackey. Whichever one gets back to me first.
Or the other.
One or the other. For some more TurboGrafx goals, because we're running low. We just missed Tom Mason's Dinosaur for Hire.
We should have plenty of them. There's 2 of you working on it.
I asked for 10 from each of you. Come on now. That's 20 games.
Which one is it? Is it Matt or is it Lat? Which one's slacking?
Time's a tick. I can't tell the difference between them, honestly. It's those damn glasses. It makes them look alike.
Oh, so silly.
Alright, have you ever played? No. I've asked you a million Turbos Graphics. This is a
I
pinball game, aka.
I have played pinball before, but just not this one in
Okay.
particular.
Well, you may be surprised, but this does act like other pinball games.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
It does look quite weird, though.
This is a Cheese Viking game special. The Cheese
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Wintry Mix. Big Mike have run this for us in many events.
Okay.
I believe this is going to have some pretty
I've probably
stellar
seen
music.
it then.
Oh, yeah, you've seen it.
I thought it was Devil's Crush, or is that a different one?
There's 2 of them. There's Devil's Crush
Oh.
and Alien Crush.
Ah, okay. Well,
Yeah.
I was thinking of Devil Crush, but...
Yeah. Now, chat, what's that? I'd like everyone to answer. There's 5,000 of you in chat right now. Is pinball a shmup?
What?
You shoot something, it moves around a screen. Sometimes you get options following you around with the multi-ball. You get a score, you have to hit the core. It's a shmup.
Yeah.
It's a shmup.
Yeah. You don't move, like, the flappers don't move in space
Maybe
around.
the flappers are your ship.
That's what I'm saying. They're stationary, though. They don't get buffs. I would say no, but I see your points, but I would still say no.
I would also say no, but I wanted
Oh,
chat's
okay.
opinion on it.
Well, yeah, they still have opinions. It's, what do you guys think?
Who's not joined?
Who's saying that it is? Where's this come from?
Schmuptember. I just thought about it.
We just need more games, guys. Is Magic Johnson's fast break a shmup? I mean,
No, but one could argue that
be.
like tennis is a versus shmup.
I mean, there's a ball that you hit and you move around.
You're just fighting the other player, who's the other boss. So Pong is the original shmup. While we're waiting for our last player to get ready, I want to remind everyone that tomorrow is Saturday. What a day. We will be having our Windjammers, speaking of tennis, our Windjammers one night only tournament at 1 p.m. Eastern. Pull that up for y'all real quick. Versus one night only tournament on Fightcade. Join our Discord for information. Let me also get you the challenge link. That's Bobby Bonilla Day. That's already said and done. Where's the other one?
When's Terry Tate Alien Linebacker Day?
Every day, AK. I have to sign up. I didn't sign up. Got 8 players for tomorrow, so that should be fun.
Nice.
But you could sign up here. Nope, don't paste it there. Hello, Ann.
Don't paste that link.
Not that one. Careful, man. I just almost pasted it in the Discord where everyone has already signed up. You could sign up there to join the Windjammers tournament and then join our Discord for more information. Mob, I would argue Back to the Future is, pretty vertical shoot 'em up. You get the skateboard, you get the bowling balls, that's a shmup.
For the NES?
Yeah. That's a shmup.
Well, that might be on the list soon.
Oh, shoot.
Just saying. We might be able to see it live.
See it live.
That one is close. You could argue that one much more than a pinball game.
Much more than a pinball game.
Yeah. Like, you don't have to be a ship to be a shmup. And, Michael J. Fox isn't a ship. But everything else kind of moves like a shmup in that.
Michael J. Fox is the ship. This is a...
We're coming in for a shaky landing.
Oh, no, okay. No, bad man. We're going to start this up. Score attack, 10 minutes. I was going to leave it alone. I was trying to move on. I knew it was coming. 10 minutes. Our runners are off to the races. See who can score the most in Alien Crush.
It's alright, guys.
The sun is setting here. It's dark somewhere.
Yeah,
Mostly in the jokes.
yeah, it's past 10 o'clock here on the East Coast, so we're good.
We're good. It's fine.
We're okay. Kids are in bed.
We're off. J Machine already with 11,000 points. Whose music am I hearing? Or is this just the music we're hearing?
I think that's Alien Crush we're hearing.
Oh, that's the wrong audio. You didn't hear nothing.
Oh, that's cheese.
It does have good music, but it's a very short loop again. Oh, did I turn off the other music? Yeah, I did. We're good. We good.
I only hear the game and cheese talking for a second.
All right. So pinball. Hit the targets, get the goals, try not to die. Longer you're alive, the higher score you get. Cheese is in the lead. Got
Sorry.
800,000 points. No, okay.
I know. I'm not. I'm just let me laugh. I'm avoiding it. Just let
Illegal.
foul on the play. Office. What's this section going on with where Fede is right now? What's that about?
Looks like he's got a little bit of Kavix in there now. Looks like a little fight. He's the music changed too.
Keeps getting kicked out.
Music here is really cool. Let's use this as a crank it moment.
Yeah, please mute me for a second. That was. It's a good jam.
Yeah. Looks like Cheese is absolutely dominating here. He's got 2 million points. Let's check in on some of our other runners. EBC with 200,000. I am with 122,000. Went back to the launcher. How about that?
Never good.
Looks like IM has 0 balls left. Cheese has 1. Kavik has 2. Check in on Toad.
Up to 3.3 million though.
Yeah, he's killing it. Oh, Kavik's back in that bonus room. We got that music again. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, it's a good jam.
Toad is... I don't even know what's going on there. That's not good.
No. Can't make that joke. Skipping it.
Rayo got 200,000 on the dot. Well, not anymore. Way to make me a liar, Rayo. OJ got 1.7 million. Cheese at 3.6. AK is going to jail. Not sure what happened there. OJ definitely in second place here. Gavik has 200,000. I think he might have game overed. Looks like Cheese just game over too. But we know he had 3.6. OJ's saying that he's had enough. He's going to stick with his 1.9 million. Because we have 4 minutes left.
Am I not here anymore?
I hear you.
Okay.
And they
You
should.
guys are saying rip AK and stuff.
Oh, because he went to jail.
Oh, right.
Right. Alright, so far we know Cheese at 3.6. He's in first place so far. OJ in second place with 1.9 mil.
$1.4 million now for Kavik. Where's my get out of jail free card? I used that in real life once already.
Oh no. Checking on Fede. Kavik at 1.5 million. Fede at 1 million. It just got a good amount of bonus points, so they're at 1.13. Kavik now at 2 million. Looks like EBC stopping at 115 million points, which is a decent score, but not enough to get to where he wants to be. I am topped out at 300,000, but they restarted. We got 3 minutes left, folks. Should have time for one last game after this.
Try not to laugh over here. That's why I didn't say anything. I keep thinking of dumb stuff after dumb stuff.
Checking in on Toad.
Interesting take on pinball though here.
Yeah, seems pretty cool.
Like if you look at Cheese's screen there before it resets, he had little enemies flying around. He's got the enemies popping out the top right and the left there.
He's already at 2.9 million.
That's his second time, I think.
Yep.
Because he took a game out.
Kavik dominating though. He's at 3.5 million now, so that puts him in second place. If Cheese manages to get higher than 3.6 by the end of this, but Kavik's really close to taking first place. He got that little ball guard, the little skull. He got another bonus. He is now in first place with just a minute and a half remaining. We're not sure what's up with Toad. 4 million points for Kavik.
Yeah, killing it. Oh, listen to that song.
That's gentle. I like it.
Oh, that got a little jazzy there. It's Cheese now at 4.1 though. Cheese back in first.
Yep. It's going to be tight between Cheese and Kavik here. It's all going to come down to whoever gets a bigger bonus at the end, and Cheese is in that big bonus room. Oh, he just dropped
Cheese
out.
Going straight into the hole though.
45 seconds remaining. Kavik is about 90,000 points behind Cheese. Check in on a couple of our other runners, but looks like Kavik and Cheese might be fighting for first place here.
Kavik gonna lose a ball here.
We'll get a little bonus here, which might put him ahead. He's got 20 seconds. Oh my goodness.
He is ahead. Might be wise for Cheese to die and get his bonus.
Yeah, that was a strategic stop by Kavik there. I don't know if he intended that, but that puts him...
There's Cheese's bonus. Not as much as Kavik's though, so he's still in second behind Kavik.
And that's going to be it. So according to our records, Kavik finishing first with 4,580,000. Cheesy's second place, 4,450,000. Check in on a couple of our other runners while they're posting their scores. Rayo, 2 million. OJ, 2.7. I believe OJ is our third place finisher. We will confirm that in our score posts.
Metroid meets pinball.
.6. Oh no, Cheese had 4.8. So let me fix that.
What Well, he got a 4.8. I think when the timer stopped, though, Kavik was
Well,
slightly ahead.
yeah, when our timer stop is still a couple seconds behind the rest, but
Oh, okay.
yep. It's gonna be Cheese, Kavik, and OJ. Very well done.
GG's.
Shout out to Cheese getting 500 smackers.
Getting them points on the board. Well done, Cheese Viking Games. If you don't know Cheese, give him a follow. Check him out when he brings back Marble League. It's pretty interesting to watch him do that. Go Limers.
All right. So with that, oh, I should probably put the game at the top, eh? With that, we got Cheese Viking Games first place with 500, Kavik 300 points, and OJ with 100 points. Let's get the last game rolling here. It's gonna be tight for me, but
see what we get.
we'll do it. We'll do it. Sacrificing my groceries for you, chat.
Well, if you need to go get them, go get them.
No, we should be good for one more.
Okay.
Maybe. If we roll one that's too long, we'll have to re-roll. Trip World Stage 3.
Trip World. I played this one.
Yep.
It's a pretty good game. I don't know why I said that with the Obama cadence, but yeah. Played this one. It was a pretty good game.
Alright. So our runners are going to go get set up. This is a Game Boy game submitted by Infinite Mystery. Stage 3 should be a pretty quick game. I know a couple of our runners are pretty familiar with Trip World. We played this one. It's on Game Boy. It's not TurboGrafx.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's not. And I have played this one, and it's solid. I think somebody had me do it for game request or something on my stream, and I definitely enjoyed it.
Yeah, this should be a
It's pretty fun.
pretty quick one. The world record in this is 6 minutes, so
Yeah.
hopefully stage 3 only take about 5 minutes.
Yeah, and anytime you got a Game Boy, you gotta look out for E Bloody Candy, of course. So.
Absolutely. And I am in here too, knowing exactly,
Yeah.
submitted the game, so you know
Absolutely.
he knows it.
Again, IM is just every game you got to watch out for IM because he's just played so many. You never know with him.
Yep.
And OJ Machine on to Demolition Man.
Wrong game, man.
He's trying to figure out what the 3 seashells are for.
This guy doesn't know the 3 shell method. While we get that set up, don't forget tomorrow is Windjammers One Night Only Tournament versus Overfightcade. If you are interested in joining, you can hop in our Discord or click on the challenge link, which will take you. Let's. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Still up there, but I'll post it again for those who might have just come in. Uh-oh, EBC's going for clam skip. We all know exactly what that is. Alright, should be a pretty short goal. This has been in a Tiny 10, which we should be having again, hopefully in November. And then we might do another Tiny 10 remix next year in February. We'll keep y'all informed. A lot of good things coming down the pipeline, other than, Windjammers. We've got Shmup Timber, we've got the Sega Ring of Champions, the Sega Sunday Countdown. We've got RGL TV Sports. We got RGL Golf Club. We've got the Halloween Marathon, which JK is going to be handling. We've got Feed the Kids in November. Just constant, non-stop entertainment here at RGL TV. If you do like what you see, you can always throw us some support with a donation or a sub. We do appreciate that. Not required, but does help us put on these programs and help support our staff in the back end on their equipment. Of course, we got Random Monday coming up this week too. We've got WADS Day. We've got Night at the Cinema. Got a new music program coming on too. We'll have more details on that, but that's going to be a weekly program. Lots of good stuff, AK.
Yeah, we got a lot more programming and consistent programming coming at you than we ever have before. So stick around, stay tuned for it. You know, be prepared because it's going to be coming at you often and a lot. And you know, we want you guys to enjoy it and be a part of it just like we are. So
absolutely. Just a reminder while we wait for our players to get set up. We got Toad, we got Rayo, first place, 800 points. Toad right behind him with 700. And we got three-way tie for third with E-Bloody Candy, Infinite Mystery, and Cheese Viking Games, 500 each. We got Kavik with 400 points, and we got OJ with 200. Good scores this week.
definitely. It's a lot of games I've never seen before this week, but I enjoyed them. All the games that we've drawn.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
And as we sit here and wait, just what a banger we got here playing, honestly.
For real.
The music is Sunsoft, though. I mean, so you can't really expect anything less.
"48 Hours of XCOM" on next week's wheel. Alright, we're getting them underway. This is a first to finish goal, so it should be, as I mentioned, pretty quick. Let's get that up here. Get them rolling. And try to swap between players here. Trip World, Sunsoft, Game Boy. Incredible. Let's put EBC, Infinite Mystery, Rayo, and Kavik on screen. You see, look, cute Kirby looking guy. It's kind of a platformer. How would you describe this game, AK?
Definitely a platformer a la Kirby-ish, but it moves a little better than Kirby usually does. It moves really well for a Game Boy game. It might be a later one, perhaps that's why, you know, because some of the earlier Game Boys, it just didn't have as much to work with and they just weren't as efficient. But this one's really good and has a really solid soundtrack, as do a lot of Game Boy games do.
Oh yeah, especially the Sunsoft Game Boy games.
Yeah. Sunsoft just the bass and whatever they use for their bass tone is always just banging. You know, it's just a real full bass sound and it's just real groove.
There's just a couple of developers who really like utilized all the channels to their maximum efficiency, like making really tight sounding. Like, you know, the low loop was fine, but it was so short. It's one song and it's, you know, a little grating after a few times. But this sounds like an actual like song you could like hear and have on the, you know, like
Yeah, it's got its verse part, chorus, you know, whatever part.
there's depth
It's
to
actually, yeah, it's actually a full song and not just a 4-bar loop.
it. Yeah. I am, or AK, sorry, Kavik having a little trouble there. EBC on stage 2. We've got Infinite Mystery also on stage 2. They're pretty close to each other. We're going to zoom in a little bit on it, Infinite Mystery, because we got that really cool Super Game Boy 2 screen, but this is a really cute game, so we want to get that full game effect.
Listen to this boss music here.
It's killer. I love when boss music like really plays up the intensity. Like,
Yeah, it's what it should do.
yeah,
Should make you feel a little panic from the music and make you tighten up a little bit and feel a little tensity in the moment.
let's check in on a couple of our other racers. Kavik is currently in World 2. EBC, I am about halfway through. You can see EBC is on the boss of World 2. Looks like OJ Machine might be just right behind Infinite Mystery at this point. So we can actually listen in on IM's music maybe? Oh, we're buffering a little bit. There we go.
Like
Okay.
In the buffer, it looked like a little wiener schnitzel dog, man. A wiener dog.
Yeah. Alright. OJ Machine
That's like
definitely
Poverty
in third.
Pikachu, really, though.
A little bit, yeah. EBC on World 3, so he's coming up at the end of the goal here. Fede, World 2, coming up on the boss. Oh! Unfortunately, IM took a death. So let's get put OJ Machine in second place here. Oh! And just like that, OJ Machine takes a death. Whoops.
Well, I am. See if you can take out Poverty Pikachu and take second place.
Alright. EBC on the clam boss. I guess he didn't get the clam skip.
It's like Pikachu mixed with Babar.
Cursed.
Yeah, definitely. EBC setting the clam up for the clam skip. I don't know if that's it, but I believe it may be so.
Either way, he's slamming that clam.
He is slamming that clam.
Oh! Did he get it?
Oh, that looks like
a skip to me.
Yeah, that
But-
doesn't look intended.
Where are you going, EBC?
Get away. Okay.
Okay, he got it.
I think that was it.
that was a mini boss. That's a huge time save.
Yeah.
Very
dude.
nicely done.
Clam officially slammed.
Defeated the World 3 boss. That is game set in EBC's pocket. First place, 500 points to EBC. Well done getting that skip. EBC says, more Game Boy games, please.
Yeah, absolutely, I'm sure.
Very well done. I'm going to bring up two other players, Rayo and Kavik. Kavik's in this little underwater section. Looks like a lot of our players are actually in that section. I am
on to the clam.
Yeah,
Man.
I don't know if I am knows the clam skip.
No, he's just killing it normally here on the
Yeah.
side.
Which is perfectly fine. You can do either
Absolutely.
way.
Oh,
Well, don't die,
Taking
I
a
am.
death in the process, yeah.
That we don't. That's not acceptable.
Not the first man in history to die to a clam,
Oh
though.
boy.
Oh boy. What a response.
Alright. I am taking another
I
death on
am
my
getting it.
clam.
No, dying.
Yeah. I'm not sure where our other players are. Is this what EBC skipped? Check in on some
I
of our
don't
other.
think they're at the clam yet.
I
the
didn't
other
think
players.
so either.
I think you need to tail whip those into the boss. I'm not sure. But that's what I would try. I think is a little tail whip of the
Oh
boss. And
no!
I am taking a game over.
I am game overed.
Look, Ant's groceries are wilting away right at the moment. His celery stalks he ordered are limp now.
Bad news. Alright, I am starting back at World 3. We will allow you to skip ahead to the world where you last were. Looks like you were right in hitting the balls back into the pearls back into the clam. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Oof. Gavik taking a death there. This is a tough boss. There you go. There you
OJ
go.
Machine just doing damage, tail whipping the clam itself.
Yep, Rayo got it. Didn't get the skip, but he got the clam defeated, and that's what matters. It looks like you just hit it with your tail. You don't have to worry about hitting things back into it.
Right, you just dodge the boss. I think Cavik's waiting for projectiles.
Yeah.
But as we've seen, it's unnecessary, and it probably makes it harder than it needs to be, too.
Yep. Checking in on our other players. Toad looks like he might have gotten past the clam boss. Do a quick crop on him.
OJ Machine just taking out the clam boss, and yeah, I am back on the clam.
Yeah.
Made his way back here. Cheese onto the clam as well. Looks like Cheese might be. Well, Cheese just doesn't know how to get the clam out to hit it. Cheese's clam is not coming out. There you go. Had to go far enough away from it.
Looks like Toad might make it to the boss. OJ Machine right behind where Toad is. Toad's on the final boss. Oh no! Took a death, and that's a game over for Toad. He's got to start World 3 over again.
Cheese struggling. There he goes. He finally made it. He was struggling to make his opportunity to get a hit, but there he goes.
No.
Now he's just got to wait for it to jump away.
Alright, defeated the clam. Looks like OJ Machine is on the boss, but it does not have a lot as far as light. Nope, takes death. Not sure where it's going to start him back at. Ooh, that's not a good starting spot. I am taking another game over to that clam. I guess that's not too bad for OJ, but he's not gonna... Oh, there. He gets a flower there. Got this wind physics working against you.
Yeah.
Let's check in on a couple of our other runners. Rayo, OJ seem to be pretty close. Looks like Cavik's taking a little rest. Fede is heading to the boss, but only one hit point. Meanwhile, OJ's on the boss, beating him up with the tail. There he is. 2 down. GG. The OJ Machine taking 300 points. Check in on our other runners. Rayo also taking a break at the castle.
Little Blaster Master feel there.
Yeah, a little bit. Oh, Rayo finished. I'm sorry. I missed him finishing. That'll be the 3.
Oh, okay.
So Rayo
we got
took
the
second.
3.
All right. GG to our runners. That's going to do it for us tonight here on Retro Race Night. Let me pull up the scoreboard real quick. So in first place tonight, 1100, Rayo. Second place, E Bloody Candy with 1,000. 2 first place finishes tonight, giving him 1,000 points. Very nice. Third place is Toad with 700. Very, very nice. All right, so we will.
Are you stuck, Cheese Brother?
Cheese Brother. Oh man. All right. Well, with that, we're gonna go ahead and call it. Thank you all for joining us.
Yeah, have a great night, guys.
We Windjammers tomorrow, 1 p.m. Be there, be square. We'll see you. Thank you, AK, for joining. Thank you to all our runners. We'll be back tonight with also some overnight repeats of Retro Race Night. I'll let you guys know about that. But just keep your eyes open for that. Till then, we're gonna go give our friend Booster Shane a quick little raid. He's doing some Genesis Jeopardy, so go give him some love. And we'll see you next week.
Take your hair, guys.